Meet the producer, Hattem Mattar, Tiffany Eslick. Take one.
And will only be one take.
Yeah.
Chirag's like,
Yes.
So, your amazing range of deli meats has launched in store. I know this has been like a passion project.
Yes.
I've seen you through the times of you doing this.
Yeah.
Tell me about what's in store right now.
So first of all, thank you for having me. Second of all, thank you for having the range at Spinneys. It's more than a dream come true. Like you said, we've been working on this since the very beginning.
Yeah.
And now in store are 2 kinds of turkey, a pastrami, a roast beef, and our smoked brisket.
And it's all made here locally?
It's a locally made product. It's whole muscle, clean ingredients, nothing artificial. And when you see it at the deli counter, like you can tell this is the turkey breast. It's not formed. Like it wasn't blended and then formed into a turkey breast. It's the turkey breast. The pastrami and the brisket, you can see the shape of the brisket. The roast beef is actually the loin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's all of the products that you know from our barbecue, sealed, chilled, and ready to slice fresh at the Spinneys counter.
How do you like to use them when you're cooking at home?
Oh man, that list is endless. We have the turkey goes soup, salad, sandwich, super easy. And that's like work lunch, kids lunch, a wrap, a sandwich, a grilled cheese, super easy to use I think it's the most versatile of the meats. The brisket is like, people can see this. Oh my God, they're recording. Yes.
Yes, people can see you. Yeah.
And
people can probably see me getting more and more hungry as we talk about this. Yeah.
So the brisket, you can put it at the bottom of a cast iron pan, no butter, no nothing, really low heat until it renders out some fat, and crack open 2 eggs over it.
Ooh, nice. Why have you never made that for me?
There we go. I can do that easy.
Yeah.
Really, the brisket sliced as is, 3 slices in the bottom of the pan, or you can stir it a little bit and turn until it turns into hash. Crack 2 eggs over it. You've never had a better breakfast because what the smoke flavor that is trapped in the fat content of the brisket renders out. You put the eggs on there. And then if you want to add cheese on there, don't add cheese, but add cheese. Add cheese.
Add cheese. Always add cheese.
Brisket and eggs for breakfast. Brisket lasagna. You turn that almost into a bolognese. Let that fat render out. Tomatoes, garlic, oregano, za'atar, rosemary. Turn that into the sauce. Layer that. The pastrami is...
Is that like I know you don't want to pick one favorite. It's like choosing children, but...
As I was going to say.
Yeah, is the pastrami your favorite?
Honestly, can I tell you who my favorite is?
Yeah.
The roast beef.
Okay.
The roast beef.
It is very good.
It's so flavorful, and you can see... We cook the roast beef the way you would cook, so it's... you can see the color of the roast beef when you slice it.
Mm-hmm. I remember at the tasting, actually, we all loved the roast beef. Yeah.
So roast beef, caramelized onion, a steak sauce that has some kind of horseradish like an HP, but lightly so it doesn't cover the flavor, or some tomato-based sauce with a little bit of horseradish on top, mixed greens in a toasted bagel.
Yum. Oh. Yes, we're making that shit after this.
I know. We could go downstairs and make that. So the roast beef is my favorite. And then the pastrami is... I talk about the pastrami being world-class, not because I think it's world-class. I'm biased. We've had people come from New York, which is like the birthplace of pastrami. And they're like, hey, I'm from New York. I heard you make pastrami like New York.
Good accent.
Thanks. I know a guy who knows a guy. Yeah. And the guys from New York, I'm like, honestly, no, we don't make pastrami like New York. We make pastrami like Dubai. And they're like, well, make me a pastrami sandwich. And we make it for them, and they're blown away, It takes 14 days to make our pastrami. So the pastrami that's on the shelf now is cured, crafted, spiced, smoked, steamed, chilled, the way we make our pastrami that you know from our restaurant. You know what I mean? So you can taste that process. We're not cutting corners just because it's a fast-moving product, and it is fast-moving. You can, it's out alhamdulillah, it's out the door. But we treat our brisket, our pastrami, our roast beef, and our turkey exactly the same way we would, and we do our barbecue products. So the pastrami in a sandwich, the pastrami in eggs, the pastrami in a wrap, the pastrami over your favorite salad. It's fantastic.
And if people don't have time to cook, they can grab your pastrami in a Reuben at our deli counter.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this because it's you and me, but when you're like, we're going to make the Reuben sandwich, I'm like, oh man, we make a Reuben sandwich, kind of like, you know? And then I had your Reuben sandwich. I'm like, we don't make a Reuben sandwich. The Reuben that you guys make at the deli counter with the sauce, the cheese, how high the layers are, and the bread. I saw people walk by when we were doing the tasting. They walk by, and you know, the people they're already 1 foot out the door when they're doing the tasting, they did this and then they U-turned, came back and bought the sandwich. It's a world-class sandwich.
Excellent.
Really.
Well, I mean, inspired by your delicious pastrami.
Thank you.
So,
I appreciate that. Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun.
Yes. And it's super cool to see the moms come through. And you know, when you're doing a tasting, you can tell people are being cordial, people are being nice. They're like, oh, thank you very much for that. And they'll continue on their way. Whoever has kids will have the kid taste, and then the kid will take 2 steps and then tug on the shirt and then point back at it. And then they'll make, again, the U-turn and come back to taste and get some more. That's been super cool because kids are always honest with their opinion. Like the kids are like, ugh, you know? And then the kids, most of the kids, 90% of the kids are like, I want that. And they'll go pick whatever they tasted and they tried. And the parents are like, oh, this is fantastic. And then they ask about the ingredients. Can I use this day to day? Can I use this for lunch? Can I use this for work lunch? And it's been super cool to see that when we did the tastings at the stores that we did.
I think there's something there with the U-turn. We should work on that. It's like a marketing concept.
You know,
Hattem's U-turn.
Yeah, listen. At the end of the aisle, we should just make the Mattar U-turn.
Yeah, exactly.
And then get people to come
out.
Yes, and get people to come back.
Yeah.
Our first customer, I took a picture with him. He bought pastrami and roast beef. And then the following 2 days, because we went to different stores, when we did the final tasting at the store 3 days later, he was there with his wife picking up some more 3 days later.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's been super cool to see. And you know what's been super cool? People are taking pictures of the product and saying, when are you coming to this place? And I'm like, we're coming in, you know, on this date. And they'll take a picture and I'm like, finally. Some people are our customers already. And some people are like, I recognize this brand from somewhere. And they'll try it and they'll message us, just our Instagram. And the people that have been sending us pictures of the things that they're making with the stuff has been fantastic.
Oh, it's so encouraging.
Really. It's daily utility.
Yeah.
You know, I'm obviously, I would love it if people came to eat brisket every day. Don't eat brisket every day, by the way. And if you do, exercise a lot.
Yeah. How much brisket do you eat?
I eat, believe it or not, this is a true story.
Yeah.
Everything that goes out before lunch service, I take a teaspoon and try everything. Our potato salad, our coleslaw, our barbecue sauce, our blue cheese sauce, our buffalo sauce, our ranch, our mustard, because we make all of those from scratch. Nothing from a bottle. And then every piece of brisket, chorizo, chicken, wings, turkey we don't have except for Thanksgiving and Christmas. I try that before lunch service every day. And then I try that before dinner service every day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then in between at the gym.
Jiu-jitsu 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu 6 days a week. The capability for people to access us and the brand and what we do on a daily basis is incredible. I can't imagine someone coming to Time Out and having breakfast, lunch, and dinner there, right? So we see people once a month, twice a month when they're celebrating. We got the big tray. But now people get to hang out with Mattar in their homes, at their outings, whatever it is, 7 days a week.
I really like that hangout with Mattar.
You know, I didn't put my father's name on that for no reason, right? Remember when you were there?
Yeah.
It's where we are. It's our home. And that deli line that's at Spinneys is the deli line of meats that we were making when the world stopped and nobody was buying full briskets and people still wanted access to that kind of quality and those kind of flavors on a weekly basis. We literally flipped the company around and started making that and vacuum sealing and sending it out. And we worked on it since then. So if you can imagine, 4 years.
Seems like a lifetime ago.
It does, right. But
for
4 years to get a product that is clean, locally made, and that you could put on your table every day, because that's what we put on our table every day. And here we are.
Your parents must be so proud. Like, I remember meeting them during COVID at your house.
Yes.
And, like, they were just so lovely. You could see that they were proud then. I mean, now,
My dad, shout out to Dad. What's up, Dad? My dad was like, when we were at El Cercal, and they're like, someone's having a conversation with him, like, you must be so proud. He's like, yes, I made all of this. You know what I mean? Because he's Ahmad Mattar. When he walked into the restaurant one time, before he had introduced himself to the team, he walked into the restaurant and everyone's like, who's this strange man just walking into the restaurant? And everybody, it says Mattar on the shirts. So he's like, hello? And everyone's like, hello? He's like, do you know the name on your T-shirt? I am the name on your T-shirt. So, Pop, you can just he's 100% that guy.
I am.
He's like a poet. He's such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
But when you see him, he is Ahmad Mattar. You know what I mean? All of the stuff that we're doing is our lunches, our breakfasts, and our hangouts. First of all with Tamara and Hannah, and then how that ties to what my mom used to make us for lunch when we were growing up in Canada. Then when we came here, and being Spinneys kids when it was the Spinneys in Burjuman back then, it's life full circle for us. Big time.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hattem.
Thanks for having me.